should see my hand and my pad, so I'm going to shut off the video now so I can save some bandwidth. All right, so pull up our handy dandy well, I'm getting there. There we go. And let me pull the Skype up. All right. So here we go, Unit 4 test. That's what it looks like. Last grade in 2020. So right now you got 4 or 5 test grades. You got the Unit 1, you got 2 Unit 2s, you got the autopilot, which is Unit 3, and I'll reserve the next couple of weeks for questions on that, and Unit 4. And then I'll assign the final exam. I'll probably be assigning that probably in the next couple of days. So that way some of y'all that's worked on Unit 3, y'all be just take that final and you're done. So I wanted to say that also for the ones that are watching the video. So again, Unit 1, Unit 2, there's 2 of them. Unit 3 is autopilot, and Unit 4 is probability and statistics. And final exam, I will probably be assigning that in the next day or 2. You will have until the end of exams, which I can't remember what date that is. I know the 21st is, somebody help me out, the 21st is the last day of class. So that next week, if somebody will look or go ahead and just interject, let's say 21st is the Tuesday, so probably the 22nd through the 30th or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. I'll look that up here in just a second. I gave it to y'all on the academic calendar, so you should see it. But anyway, so y'all don't print it out. So preview. And here we go. I'm not going to do the bonus questions. We're just going to do questions that pertain to math, kind of help out with the time. All right. The total number of observations, I add all those up, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21, 22. The width, class width. Well, what's 18 minus 9? What's 26 minus 17? What's 27 minus 18? What's 35 minus 26? Should be 9. The midpoint of the second class. What's 18 plus 26? Let's see, that'd be what, 44? I'm looking.
Yes.
44, half of 44 is 22. That's just a coincidence that those two numbers are the same. The modal class, which one has the highest amount? 7. So that'd be 27 to 35. Nope, I'm sorry. 54 to 62. 54 to 62. Now, I hope I don't type it in wrong. And there's another question somewhere. The class limits of the next class, if additional classes, would be, what's 54 plus 9? 63.
63.
And what is 62 plus 9?
71.
That's it. And we feel good about ourselves. It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next. 6 million tickets are sold for a lottery. If you purchase a ticket, find your odds against winning. 1 over 6 million. That's the probability of winning. All right, so let's do that one. I'm going to pull up my handy dandy, try to make it do the whole side here. Can y'all see that okay? I hope y'all can. All right, so here we go. The probability of winning would be 1 ticket over 6 million. The probability of losing is 5,999,999 over 6 million. So the odds against is equal to the probability of losing over the probability of winning, which is equal to 5,999,999 over 6 million divided by 1 over 6 million. And what do you do when you divide by a fraction? You multiply by
The reciprocal.
the reciprocal. And what happens to the 6 million?
They cancel.
And you're left with 5,999,999 to 1. Now you could write that. I'm not going to write it all on here. You could write it 5,999,999 over 1. You could write 500,999,999 with the TO and then 1. All right, so that's A. A would be 5,999,999 to 1. If you purchase 40 tickets, find your odds against winning. Well, it would be 5,999,960 to what?
40. To 1. Oh, 40.
And then you would take off the zeros, and then you would reduce that number. Somebody take your calculator and divide 599,996 divided by 4 and see if you get a decimal or a whole number.
I have a whole number.
What is it?
149,999.
Say it one more time.
149,999.
To 1. That should be your answer. If I did it in my head. I did that second one in my head. So, yep, we got it. Now, just in case, for the people at home, I'm going to write that one in green over here in the top right-hand. Dadgummit, that's the wrong thing.
Good Lord.
That's my calculator. That's my calculator where y'all can see it.
I was looking at all that nonsense.
Oh, yeah. So up in the top right-hand corner here, you would just set it up. The odds against would be 5,999,960 over 6 million. That's a failure over 40 over 6 million. And that is the way you set up part B. And then you just do the same thing that we did here. This is A. And you come out and say it'd be 5,999,960 over 40, and then you would reduce it. Next. Okay, several friends chartered a boat for a day's fishing. They caught a total of 64 fish. The table below, blah, 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 blah. Determine the empirical probability that the next fish caught is a kingfish? Well, that would be 28 over what? 64.
64.
So 28 over 64. 28 probability of a kingfish. 28 over 64, which I know 4 will go into 28 7 times. 4 will go into 16 1 and 6, I think. So it'll be 7 over 16. 7 divided by 16, and let's check that. Feel good about ourselves. I don't know why the computer's running so slow. Next. Shouldn't be running that slow. What is the probability of getting either a 7 or a 9 when drawing a what? What does that say?
Oh, single card. Sorry, I was muted.
So, how can you pick? Okay, or, okay, I thought it was and. All right, a 7 or a 9 from a deck of 52 cards. Well, how many 7s do you have?
There are 4 7s.
4, and there's 4 9s. 4 plus 4 is what?
That's 8.
8. So in this case, you'd have 4 7s and 4 9s all over 52. So your probability would be 8 over 52, which is 2 over, I know 4 will go in there, what, 12 times? I think it will. 4 will go in there 1 time, 13, sorry. And that should be your answer. So that would be 2 over 13. And let's check it. Of course, y'all don't have the ability to check. I'm just checking it so you can see that it's right. So we know that I didn't mess up and have a careless mistake in my work. All right, next, that's the bonus question. We're going to move past the bonus questions. A card is picked from a standard deck of 52 cards. Determine the odds against and the odds in favor, which is the reciprocal, of selecting a king. All right, we're going to do this one together. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. Wait a minute. I want to fix it to where y'all can see it. There. All right, so odds, first of all, what is the probability of a king? Did say king, not face cards, yeah. Probability of a king is 4 over 52. Then what is the complement of picking a king? Not what? Picking a king. And what would that probability be? 48 over 52. So this is the probability of winning. This is the probability of losing. So the odds against is equal to the probability of losing over the probability of winning multiplied by 52 over 1 over 4. 48 to 4, which is equal to 12 to 1. Therefore, what is the reciprocal of 12 to 1? So this is the probability this is the odds in favor, and this is the odds against. And that's the way you do that problem. So 12 to 1 and 1 to 12. And you feel good about yourself. Ted tossed a frisbee as far as he could 15 times. The following distances in feet were recorded. Find each measure of central tendency, mean, median, and mode. So take a minute and put it in your calculators. I'm going to do it in a spreadsheet. Well, we could do it in your calculators. I'm going to cover up the bottom right now. I don't care about the questions. Okay, if I hadn't shown you how to do this, I'm going to show you now. Hit clear. And if you've got a TI-83 or better, this is how you do it. You hit stat and edit. So you're going to have to hit, I'm going to have to move this over here. Stat and edit, hit enter. And there is your spreadsheet. Now I'm going to clear mine. So I hit, and I hit clear. Go up to the top. It's supposed to clear it. There. You got to hit enter. Go up to the top where it says L2 and hit clear and enter. All right, now I'm going to put in my numbers and I'll show you how to sort them also if you got a calculator like this. All right, so 165 down. Okay, didn't do that. 165, 107, 178, 262, 108. Okay, this freaking keyboard's not working, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way with the mouse. 107. Y'all be typing them in if you got a calculator. If not, you're going to have to do it by hand and type them in separately and add them to each other. So go ahead and be doing that. 178 plus, if you want to use a spreadsheet, you can do that. Enter. Oh my Lord. Typing in with a mouse is about aggravating. All right, let me try it again. 107, 178, 262. I'm going to show you how to sort if you have one of these calculators. 200. Make sure I don't have any errors. 105. 199. 250. 207. 146. 232. 129. 151. And 234. Now, if you want to sort these, okay, they're in your spreadsheet. The only way you can get rid of them now is to actually go to the top of it where it says L1 and hit clear. You can't lose them, so hit stat. And look what they got. Sort. Ascending means from smallest to largest. That's what you usually go with. Hit enter. It's going to ask you which column. And you type in second and 1. Look above the 1 and you'll see the L1. That's L1 means column 1. and close parentheses, hit enter, and that's it. Now let's go look at it. Stat, edit, and all your numbers are in order. Now, before you start on the next thing, I want to show you what your calculator needs to be set on if you have a calculator. Let me ask you this. Mr. Dingler, do you have a TI-83 or above?
No, sir.
How about you, Mr. Hill? And Mr. Yap?
No, sir.
I have an HP graphing calculator.
Okay.
And it has statistics on it.
Okay, well then you might want to Google. Okay, then y'all are doing it by hand. Okay, just forget. I'll finish this out, and then we'll do it on the spreadsheet. So that way you can see how to do it by hand on notebook paper. I just don't use notebook paper. Now I'm going to do this, and this is for those that have a TI, because there's about 12 or 13 people that are not Skyping in. They're watching this video, so hopefully they're watching it. I don't know. I'm going to hit down here, second 0. I'm going to go down until you get to the D's, as in Delta. Scroll down until you get to the D's, and make sure you have diagnostic on. And I'm doing this for the people that have HPs at home. The diagnostic on means that your screen will show you as much as it can, all the answers that are allowed. So as soon as it gets there, I'll turn the diagnostic on. There it is. Diagnostic on. Hit enter. Hit enter again. And now your diagnostic is on. Now to get your data from your list, you hit stat, calculate, move over one place, hit one variable statistic, and it'll automatically be reading L1. You need to delete L2, so just hit delete and hit calculate. And there we go. And there is your mean. 178.2 is your mean. Your standard deviation is 51.41. And your median, I got to go down. Your median is your second, is right there, 178. So write those three numbers down. Mean, let me go back up. The mean is 178.2. The sigma x, what does it look like, a 0x, is equal to 51.41. And your median is equal to 178. That's how you use your calculator. Now let's go to the spreadsheet. And I'm just going to pull up, spreadsheet. I'm just going to type them in because I don't have a... And the reason I'm showing you the spreadsheet is to show you how you need to be doing it by hand. If you were to do it by hand, just ignore the formulas and just do the formula that I give you, which is summation of x minus x bar quantity squared over n minus 1. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I wish my computer would quit going so slow. Wasn't doing that this morning. Must have the corona. All right, first column, I want that bold and underlined. So this is going to be X. All right, let me make it small so I can get my numbers in there. All right, I'm just going to type them. 165, 165, 107, 178, 262, 108, 200, 105, 199, 250, 207, 146, 232, 129, 151, and 234. Okay, and I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to put them in order. Up here where it says data. Yeah, this computer is running slow for some reason. I don't know what it could be. It won't even switch. And hit sort. All right, I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger where y'all can see it better. There. Okay, so over here, mean, median, mode, range. I'm doing everything. Mid-range, variance, and standard deviation. Okay, the mean, you're going to add all these up and divide by, how many do we say we had?
I think we have 15.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to add all these up and divide by 15. We already know from the calculator, we'll check it, 148.5. I think that's what they got. I can't remember. Check it up against what y'all got. All right, now let's do the median. 15, I gotta go 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means that number right there is your median.
Wait.
Mode, I really don't care about the mode. I'm looking to see if there is one. I don't see one. But y'all look, y'all can check on that. I don't see one. Put non-applicable. Make sure you put a word there, but don't put a 0, because a smart aleck teacher will mark that wrong in the future. If you have a teacher and they ask for the mode, don't put 0. Range is equal to the highest minus the what? Lowest. Mid-range is equal to the lowest plus the highest, or the highest plus the lowest, divided by 2. And I messed that up. Let's see. And divided by 2. That's not right. There we go. Now, before we start the variance and the standard deviation, I have to remind you what the formula says, because the number one thing students do, oh, I don't know how to do it. Well, you didn't write down the formula, you didn't remember it. So, of course, you don't know how to do it. Variance is equal to the summation of x minus x bar, quantity squared, over n minus 1. Now, of course, that bottom is going to be 14. The top, we got to take the mean away from each one. And I did this in class. I did it 2 or 3 times. So I don't need anybody saying they don't know how to find it, because I did it. So you go back and watch the video. X minus x bar. And I said that because of people watching the video. Okay, equals this number minus this number, and function F4 to lock it. And that's just for me. That ain't for y'all, unless you know what I'm talking about.
Wait.
And copy. And now my formula, go back and read the formula so you know what to do. After we subtract x from x bar, we got to square that number. So parentheses x minus x bar quantity squared. So I'm going to take that number and I'm going to square it. All it does is make everything positive. That's all it does. And copy that down. And then that funky E right here means add all those numbers up. And that is your numerator. So I've got 52. Let's go back to the 52,881.8. 52,881.8. Now I'm going to divide that by. So variance is equal to that big number divided by n minus 1 would be 14. And my standard deviation is the square root of that number, or that number raised to the 1/2 power. There are your numbers. Now we could do a 4-number summary here. Let's go ahead and do that too. And whenever we get to a 5-number summary, we can skip it because this is how you find the 5-number summary. 5-number summary is your mean, your first quartile, which is your 25th percentile, your 50th percentile, or your second quartile, which is your median. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And color that yellow, and color that yellow. Your third quartile, or your 75th percentile, and your max. Now the max and the min's pretty simple. You should be able to get those right. If you get those wrong, don't tell anybody, because they'll think you're an idiot. Okay? And how many numbers are above that 165? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! All we got to do is pick that number right there. And that is that. Now, if it was even above there, you would have to find the 2 middle numbers and find the average. But since it's odd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would be the middle number, which is that number. And that's your 5-number summary. Okay? So I'm going to pull up my question and type in the answers using my spreadsheet there. The mean, round to the nearest thousandth. Uh-oh, thousands. That means I need to adjust my dadgum. I need to adjust all of these. Format cells, caret 3 decimal places. Okay, 148.5. You don't have to worry about it. Median is 178. So 148.5 and 178. Select, there's no mode. The mid-range is, what was that? There we go. Mid-range is 183.5. Uh-oh. Did I miss something? Show completed. I thought I hit there is no mode. I guess I didn't. Okay, I got everything else right. I just evidently I didn't click it. All right, make sure you click there is no mode. I thought I clicked it. Next, you are dealt one card from a 52 card deck. Find the probability being dealt the 3 of diamonds. How many 3 of diamonds are there? There's only one. So it'd be 1 out of 52. Next. 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 Find the range and the standard deviation of the set of data. All right, they're in order. So I want you to write them down and use whatever means you want to find, whatever you want to use to find. You only need to find the range. Well, that's pretty simple. That'd be 6. I can do that one for you. Now you got to find the standard deviation. So go ahead and work on the standard deviation. I'll pull it up here in just a second with the spreadsheet. So you're going to have to calculate the mean in order to find the standard deviation. You need the mean, the range, and the standard deviation. All right, so I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet, and I'm not going to do everything on this one. I'm just going to do what I need to do because we need to hurry up and get finished. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to type in these numbers. 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, and 176. Now I got to have the mean in order to do the standard deviation. So I'm going to go ahead and find the mean. I'm just going to pull it over here. Mean equal to summation of those numbers. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So divide by 7, and there's your mean. So now you subtract that from each one. Alternate function F4. Copy that down. Square it. Copy that down. Get the summation. And divide by 6. That's not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all check to see if y'all get. No, they're supposed to be all. That's not right. It's supposed to be
You
all.
you multiplied by 2. Yeah.
Thank you. Very rarely will you come up with 0. There we go. And now take 28. Standard deviation, or the variance, is equal to this number divided by, we said 7 minus 1 is 6. Whatever. That's the variance. And the standard deviation is equal to the square root of the variance, or that number raised to the 0.5 power, the 1/2 power. So, the standard deviation says round to the nearest hundredth, 2.16. Now that's a good example of not doing everything, just going right to the point. Now if you had your calculator, you could just find that would be the OX. Looks like ox. OX. Okay, next. Next. All right, the data to the right represents a population of 20. All right, so somebody, what is 10 minus from 11? And 10.9 from 11.9? What's those two numbers? 1. So 1 is class width. So 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 7.9 plus 1 is 8.9. 8.9 plus 1 is 9.9. 9.9 plus 1, 10 plus blah, blah, blah. 11.9, 12.9. 12.9, 13.9. And now count. 7 to 7.9. Okay. 1, 2, I see 3. Y'all check me. 8 to 8.9. Oh, it should be 4. 8 to 8.9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 to 9.9. 4. 10 to 10.9. 2. 11 to 11.9. 0. 12 to 12.9. 4.
They're 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, there's two 12.9s.
5. And then 13 to 13.9 is 1. Next. The graph shows the percent of employees who take time off during the 1 year because of colds. A company that has, ding, 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 18, 80, 88, 40. Use the graph to find who missed 1 to 2 days of work. 1 to 2 days of work is 24%. So take your calculator and multiply 0.24 times whatever. I'm about ready to quit. Second, quit. Clear. Good gracious, this thing's slow. 8840 times 0.24. 8840 times 0.24 for 24%. And of course, it didn't type in what I wanted it to, or I typed in the wrong one. 8840. I got 21, 21, 21, or 21, 22. Oh my gosh. Now, it says round, what is it, 21, 22?
Mm-hmm.
$19 or $17, $18. Find the range. Oh my gosh, if you missed this one, don't tell anybody. What is 17 minus 6? 11. And I'm going to just forego the standard deviation, write down 2.00. I'm not going through that. Okay. And next, identify the sampling technique used to obtain the following sample. Bingo balls in a basket are shaken and then balls are selected. Random sample, because each one has the same what? Chance of being picked. Several friends chartered a boat for a day of fishing. Okay, we already did this problem. Kingfish would be 38 over 68, which is reduced 19 over 34. That's a repetitive question. I need to take that one out, don't I? You're supposed to say, no, don't do that. I think that's it.
Holy moly.
Okay. Assume the spinner cannot land on a line. Determine the probability that the spinner lands on red, green, yellow, and not yellow. Okay, so let's look at red. First of all, how many triangles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like a pizza. So how many are red?
3 of them.
3 out of 8. How many are green?
1.
1 out of 8. And of course, yellow would be 4 out of 8, which would be 1/2. Right there, 1/2. Not yellow. Well, there's 8 slices. 4 are yellow. So how many are not yellow? 4. So 4 over 8, which would be 1/2. So you see, I didn't pull any punches. I didn't put any trick questions on there. Just straightforward, right out of the homework. Who's got questions? I just covered the material so well, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right. So y'all are good to go. All y'all got to do now is take the test. Now, I'm going to continue. We're going to meet the next week. We're going to meet Wednesday, and we're going to meet Friday. So I want y'all to continue to Skype in. I want y'all to look over after you finish the test. Y'all going to have to start working on that Unit 3 homework. Or after Friday, I'm going to say to y'all 3 guys, I'm going to say, if anybody else, somebody better start sending questions. I'm talking to people that watch the video. Okay? I'm going to say it. After Friday, if I don't receive any questions from Unit 3 homework, what am I going to assume?
We get it.
I'm going to assume that y'all either have done it or you know it. Okay, so Friday will be it. Friday, and by then I'll have the final exam up for y'all, and then y'all can finish after Friday. Let me turn this on because I'm not doing anything. After Friday, y'all can pretty much finish. Anybody got any questions? All right, we'll go over
No
Wednesday.
questions.
I'll be looking for questions, and Friday I'll be looking for questions. And I need y'all to Skype in just in case, okay? And then after Friday, y'all don't have to Skype in anymore because I'm going to call it after Friday, okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all Wednesday.